Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. It is, or whenever you're watching this. I think they edit this part out when they post it up on all the stuff. But welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing great on this Saturday. I am happy to be here. As usual, let me know where you're coming in from. We love tracking on all the platforms. We love tracking where you're coming in from. Oh, I need to get one more thing up here. Hang on one second. There we go. All right. Now I can see on all of the platforms where everybody's coming in from. Great to see you. Great to see you. We're going to have a fun show today. A little bit lighter than normal or heavy. Depends on what direction the emotions go. But great to see everybody. Great to see everybody. Great to see everybody. All right, cool. We're going to officially kick off the show. Welcome to another episode of Built to Exit and me, your humble host, where we talk about all things business, all things exit, where everybody that comes here gets the realization of this one phrase, which is everybody exits, how matters, right? Everybody exits. So many great conversations over the last, I don't know, months now about our tag phrase, this idea that everybody exits, and coming to that conclusion shifts your focus away from attempting to be popular or have the most followers on social media. Like, I want you to just think about this as we get into today's show, which is called FU Money. And for the clean version is free you money. But it comes off of the idea, and I'm going to show you the actual clip today. Today, I want to give you a little bit of a heads up. If you have kids around or you're offended by dirty language, I'm going to play the clip of John Goodman and Mark Wahlberg out of the movie The Gambler that spurred this show for this week. And it's full of filthy language. So we'll probably have an explicit button on the replay. But I want to let you know, I'm giving you a warning ahead of time. If you're offended by the F word, if you're offended by dirty language, whatever, this is probably not going to be the greatest episode for you. And also, again, just giving you a heads up. And I'll do it again right before I play the video, but it's not the greatest of language. But the idea, the concept you're going to get, because we talk about it a lot here. What is FU money? It's not, it's in the movie, in the show, obviously the F is what you think it is. But I got to thinking about this, and the game that we play called business, this business game that we're playing, the target is meant for freedom. What does freedom mean? We're going to get into that a little bit today. What does it mean to you? You should start ruminating on that as we have this show today. But the concept behind it, it puts the target in the right spot. If you've ever, been doing something in your life and you realize suddenly, oh, the objective was not this, it was that. If you're going through school and your objective was to really make a lot of money, then you go, oh, maybe I don't need to go to college. Or if you're in college and you're like, oh, my target was to be an attorney, but also my target is to have a life, not become an alcoholic, do all those types of things. Well, maybe your target shifts. It's really what I've learned over time is that having the proper, well thought out. Now, I don't mean proper in accordance to what the world says. I don't mean proper in what the opinion of other people. What I mean is every one of you watching me has a definition for this word freedom in your life. It means a lot of different things. But what I will tell you is that once you get clear on the meaning, every single one of your definitions, regardless of the delta between whatever it is that you want to do, and somebody else's level of freedom, the delta is always a number. Okay. The number is what matters. Every single one of your dreams, every single one of your definitions of freedom is going to have a number attached to it. And those people that don't get that number, don't extract that number, are delusional about the idea or fact that they're ever going to be free. Freedom is not just a game. It's not just a fortune cookie word that I play with when I speak about it on my shows, when I speak about it from stage, when we're working with different clients that we work with. Freedom is a real destination that means something to everybody that eventually figures out what that freedom number is. It's no bullshit. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm Jason, I want to be financially free. Bullshit, right? Hey Jason, yeah, I really want to be free. Or you hear somebody talking about it from stage or on a podcast or whatever. 99% of the time you understand that when that person is talking about freedom, it's bullshit, right? Because we've become adapted to the idea of not being challenged on why we do things. We're used to and accustomed to the idea that people around us, they're going to accept whatever surface level that we give them, surface level answer that we give them, because they don't actually give a shit, right? I did a show on the give a shit quotient, and the every day that goes by, the difference between the 5% businesses that make it and eventually sell and do the things that we talk about here, which is exit and create freedom. They have this massive amount of give a shit. They give a shit about their clients. They give a shit about the outcome. They give a shit about the people that they work with. They give a shit about the people that work for them. They give a shit about their community. They give a shit about their country. They give a shit about their wife, their kids. They have this unbelievable amount of give a shit. And then the 95% that fail have a very, very low tank of give a shit. They care about, oh, I got to pay my rent. I got to things that are important, but their give a shit is all self-related. It's all selfish. And their give a shit is why their businesses go out of business. You give a shit about your customers, your employees, your town, your environment, the people that are following you, etc. You give a shit about them, your life changes. And there's some predictability that happens for you in the future. The other side, there's also predictability, but it's not the kind that you really think you're going to get, right? It's the predictability of failure. And so as we go into this show, and I watch this movie again, The Gambler, with John Goodman and Mark Wahlberg, and I saw this scene, I was like, oh, this is such a good scene. And then, my production team was able to figure out, those of you that are watching live are going to see, my version of getting this video inserted. Those of you that are watching this on replay, my production team will have properly and efficiently slid this in. So you're going to see, my best effort. But as we head into the conversation today, I really want you to think about taking responsibility for the idea of hard coding what freedom means to you. Yes, there's different levels of freedom. Yes, it changes, it expands as you get closer to the first time that you're ever free. But that first level of freedom, you can't keep putting it off and looking past it. It can't be a delusional amount that is outside of your reach. It also cannot be colored by your negativity or the failures of the past or the people that live around you or that are in your life or whatever. It has to be crystal clear. You step outside of your day, maybe, after this show, you sit down and you say, here's what freedom means to me. Here's what freedom means to me. It means I have this house, I have this car, I have this, it's all paid off. I've got, my investment is kicking off 10%, whatever those things are for you that set you free. I double dog dare you to turn that into a number that becomes your sole focus of the free cash flow or the money that you take out of your business or how you grow your business or the additional sales that you're going to do, I double dog dare you to make that number your target and forget everything else for a year and make that target your number. Make that every dollar, every penny that your company produces that's extra. Don't go buy a bigger house. Don't go get a car. Don't do bullshit things that make people that don't like you and anyway try to impress them on social media. Make that your target. I dare you. Okay? And let's see what happens over the course of the next year. So, let's get into it. The real FU money, the real free you money is that stack of cash that frees you from the obligations of everyone else. Okay? What does it mean for you to have free you money as a business owner? Okay? Let me play the clip. Now here, you guys live with me, you're going to see a little, whatever it is, a little ad or whatever. But if you go back and watch this later, it'll be all nice and edited out. So here's the clip, and then we're going to get into it.
As prospectors, we know ourselves a boom, and booming Wi-Fi deserves a booming phone from Xfinity Mobile.
Get Xfinity Mobile on us for a year. Right now, claim an unlimited mobile line included with your Xfinity internet. Switch today.
You get up $2.5 million. Any asshole in the world knows what to do. You get a house with a 25-year roof, an indestructible Jap economy shitbox. You put the rest into the system at 3 to 5% to pay your taxes, and that's your base. Get me? That's your fortress of fucking solitude. That puts you for the rest of your life at a level of fuck you. Somebody wants you to do something? Fuck you. Boss pisses you off? Fuck you. Own your house. Have a couple bucks in the bank. Don't drink. That's all I have to say to anybody at any social level. Did your grandfather take risks?
Yes.
I guarantee he did it from a position of fuck you. A wise man's life is based around fuck you. The United States of America is based on fuck you. You're a king? You have an army? Greatest navy in the history of the world? Fuck you, blow me. We'll fuck it up ourselves. Which we have done. Beautiful fuck you position, lost forever. King George III looks like a fucking birthday present. This is the grandson of the 17th richest man in California.
Does he drink?
What he wants is money, because he doesn't know when to say that's it. I'm $2 million ahead, fuck it, fuck you. I have a car and a house and a family, and it's all paid for, fuck you.
I mean, even I did that. Wants to stop by Pear Blossom.
I'll have a beer just like anybody else, thank you.
What kind?
Any kind.
I got 37 beers. Don't fucking put it on me.
But he did put it on you, miss. You still owe Large 2 places you shouldn't. Why do you want door number 3?
How else do I get out?
Time payment. Sell your sperm, sell your ass. How the fuck should I know? I am of the universe, and you know what it's worth.
It's worth plenty.
If I give you this money and you don't pay me back, there are no rules. You never get to say fuck you to anybody ever. You will get me not just what you owe me from your family, you will get me their accounts so I can have them vacuum from Russia. You jump off a bridge, you can do it knowing I will kill your entire bloodline. Do you understand the gravity of your situation?
I understand.
You get up, you get out. 260 is requested.
What's this?
This much money, what's a car? What do you want to be able to say to me?
Fuck you.
That's it. That's the it's such a good clip. It's so in your face. You know, as I said before, if you get triggered by those kind of language, that kind of language, then so be it. But it's, you know, the idea of the free you money is having enough money that you can walk away, right? You can walk away. It's leverage, it's systems, it's all of the things that we talk about with your business that positions you to be in a place where you can say, no, I'm free, right? I'm gonna give you some examples of I'm free. So you don't get forced into making decisions. Look, I've said this multiple times before. Pastor Rudy told me one time, it was something that bugged me for a while after he said it until I fully understood the gravity of the conversation. And what he said to me was, Jason, a slave cannot free another slave. And I've spoken about this many times because it's so important for us to understand that if we, as the breadwinners in our family, man, woman, a husband, wife, whatever it is, in our position, it's our job as a business owner, as the people that have taken the risk to own a company, that have taken the risk to take on the debt, that have taken on the risk to pay the taxes, that have taken on the risk to be the target of literally everybody in the world trying to put their hands in our damn wallets, in our pocket. You know, those of us that are small business owners, 70% of the GDP in this country, that's $17 trillion. Those of us that hire 60 to 75% of all the people on the face of the planet, the innovators, the merchants of the world that have improved things, that have created things, that have invented things, that have made life easier for millions and billions of other people throughout life, for us to sit back and go, okay, what is it that I'm playing the game for? To get you to understand the gravity. Like one of the phrases in here, he said, do you understand the gravity of your situation? When I speak to business owners, and we have this conversation about end game, and we start talking about the idea of having free you money, what freedom is, the responsibility that is on our shoulders to come to the right conclusions, not to be faking everything and making people impress and having the right house in the right neighborhood or driving the right car or all that kind of stuff. Do you understand the gravity of your situation? The cog, the cog in the machine that I am with my businesses, that you are with your businesses, the outcome. What would happen if we come to a grinding halt with everything that we do? It's historical. It's not a guess. We become like Mao's China. We become like communist Russia. We become a country who no longer has any hope for any of us changing our stars unless you are part of the government or you're part of the corruption. Right? That's the gravity of the situation that you hold. Oh, Jason, I'm just a small business owner. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, Jason, I just have a medium-sized company. Absolutely. The responsibility is for you to understand why you're playing the game, not take it for granted, not bitch and moan about the hard things that you have to do that are much easier than having to work for somebody else or being in servitude to somebody else or not having hope for being able to change you and your family's stars. Those things are pain. Those things are the things that you should be worried about. Not if I just have to worry about how to onboard somebody. If that's the hardest thing that you have going on in your life, poor you. Right? Poor you. You were born and infused with this tiny little DNA, pro function. I'm not going to say malfunction, pro function that makes you a business owner. Own that shit. It makes you part of 10% of the entire face of the planet for you to be unique and for you to have something that is different about you. Yeah, it's not easy, but no, life is never supposed to be easy. But it's worth it when you get it right. When you get that target fine-tuned and focused on your freedom, which is the purpose of owning a business in the first place. It's the opportunity, not the guarantee of freedom. It's the opportunity for you to give more decisions, more options, more chances to your bloodline, to the people that are in your life, to the charities that you give a shit about, to those things that you talk and you say, oh, I would like to do things different. Well, do it by having a successful business, by understanding that free you money is the reason, it's the objective, it's the thing that should be on the wall with specificity for those of you that want to take responsibility for you and your business and start seeing things fall into place. It's not, oh, one day things are going to be exactly in the right place and then I'll have free you money. No, you get the free money in place and then you methodically put those things in place to reach the right and the proper objective and stop wasting your time trying to impress and play by worldly rules of people that don't give a shit about you or your bloodline and would be just fine if your business goes out of business and you starve on the street somewhere and they would go, oh, poor them, while they're taking care of them and their family. Do you understand the gravity of your situation? Do you understand the level of gift that you've been given by being one of the 10% of 8 billion people that have the spark or the DNA or the capacity or the capability for you to be able to play a game called business and insert yourself in the giant flywheel of commerce and be able to survive and thrive and gain yourself and pay yourself free? Do you understand the gravity of your situation? If you did, you would 100% be playing this game at a level of intensity, right? A level of intensity that you heretofore have not executed in your own life. And I'm not yelling at you. I'm looking to wake up or remind that piece of you that already exists. Because if you're an entrepreneur, if you are somebody who has the DNA of a merchant, you already know inside of you, you're trying to wake up that spark all the time because the how to, the specifics, the strategic steps that you need to take to be able to run a business are at your fingertips. You can Google it. You can watch videos. You can watch the stuff that I do, and you could get the strategic, the step-by-step. For crying out loud, you can chat GPT. How do I build a successful business? And the steps by steps, and they're not, those things have existed forever. And there's ways and blueprints and all of the other shit that tells you exactly what to do to run a very successful business, for you to be able to optimize and then eventually build yourself to an exit, right? You have, at the end of the day, you have all of that, and it's existed for time immemorial. The thing that needs to wake up is the spark inside of you to execute on those things called owning a business. It's that spark. It's that rage, like that, I'm so, like, I'll calm down here in a second, but it's that heartbeat that needs to be woken up, that needs to be fed, that needs to be lit on fire again if it's been dormant or you've had your ass kicked or whatever it is. That's what we need to do. That's what we need, how you need to wake up. These are the types of things. This is what makes you different. And it makes that, once that fire's lit, then the solutions show up. The people in your life that you need in your life show up. You overcome things. You don't make decisions like you used to or like the rest of the world. I would not follow 95% of the people that are coaching or teaching about business right now. Why? Because the failure rate is 95%. I would go to the 5% who are there or who they listen to or what they're doing. That's where I would go. They're harder to find and the shit is harder to do. Okay. It's not easy. It's like, get the right funnel put in place and you're going to be rich. It's not like buy a business, start flipping businesses, be the information is harder to find. The fire is only going to come in from inside of you. That fire is only going to be lit and fed when you are crystal clear about your target, about your end game, about something that's going to light inside of you a non-negotiable position of kicking ass and executing and digging for the right truth and overcoming hardship and not getting that brand new car when you could afford it, but you don't need it because you could throw another $10,000, $20,000 in your freedom account, right? Not moving to that other house to be in the right neighborhood with another bunch of assholes are going to do nothing but talk behind your back and judge you all the time. That's another $60,000 in the freedom account, so that eventually you wake up and one day and you go, you know what? I don't have to impress you. I don't have to ask your permission. I don't have to stress about where the next month's sales are coming from. I don't have to stress about what's going on in the economy. I just wake up and I go, guess what? I've got FU money. I've got freedom money. I built myself strategically to a place where I never have to answer to another human being on the face of the planet ever again. That is worth so much more than the false admiration of people who you know are full of shit around you. It is so much more than the false perspective that you see out there in the world. It is far more valuable than buying a pile of whatever from the newest whoever that you're never going to use and execute on yourself and then justify, pat yourself on the back. I got the newest stuff. And this other person who was selling it made more money than anybody else on the history of mankind. And we're sort of convincing ourselves that how we just got screwed is somehow an attribute. It's mind-blowing to me. So, free you money. I don't know. Let's see what my other slides say here. Okay. So, a couple of things. Once you get to that perspective and you've built yourself to that spot and you have your outcome, you have that number and you reach it, there's a switch that flips over. The buyers of your of the thing that your business does, they chase you. The buyers of your business, because you've built your business to exit, because everybody exit how matters. Those buyers chase you instead of you chasing them. You dictate, and we're going to get to it at the end. Here's how I know a business owner's successful. Oh, they got a lot of money. No, not that they got a lot of money. They did this, they did that. But here's what makes a business owner successful and what you should strive for is that there's three: the price, the terms, and the timing of the acquisition of your asset, whether that's passing it on to your kids, giving it to your employees, or somebody paying you a premium for the machine that you built. That is the only measurement in my mind. For me, people can argue. Look, I understand the business paying your bills. It's taking care of your family. I love that for you. I love that. And that is a form of success. But you could do that with a job without all the stress and without all of the things. You could do that with a job, right? This is a business. And so when we look at that, it's price, timing, and terms of your exit. That's true success. Employees and customers trust the system. The bank respects you, right? These are the things. Here's a couple of myths that we put down. You need billions of dollars to have FU money. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. My first level of freedom number, my first time when I was like, oh, I don't really have to do shit that I don't want to do anymore. That first number for me was $2.1 million. That was the first one. Now it is significantly grown, but not because I need it to. I could still, if I needed to, I could still survive on that original base amount of money. But there's bigger things that I wanted to do beyond that. So then my My next free you money became bigger. My next one became bigger. My next one became bigger. My next one became bigger. And all that means is more and more people, I can say no to more and more situations and more people. I can do those types of things. It gave me that freedom. It's your number that allows you to be able to then take control of the decisions in your life. Your company needs hundreds of employees. This is the biggest myth, and we're seeing this happen over all around us right now, that your company needs a ton of employees. You need excellent team members. You need to hand pick the right people. If you have free you money, you get the choice of the greatest talent on the face of the planet, because you can be patient and because you can be specific. Okay. If you can be patient and you can be specific, you can have the greatest talent join you. Also, you want to have a great brand, something that stands for something. Okay. You don't need that. We're starting to see, again, I told you for the last 5 years that the labor market was going to shift, because the labor market always shifts. And what that means is, for the last, 8 years or so, the owners of businesses have been like, oh, you want a ping pong table? Okay, I'll get you a ping pong table. Oh, you want 72 days off for having a headache? Okay, we got that. I told you that market was going to change. It has now changed, right? And what that means is it shifts back over to the employer having the power over the relationship. Not to say that when that happens, you start taking advantage of people, because then it shifts back and, you become an unethical capitalist, blah, blah, blah. I think to be an ethical capitalist, to be truly successful, you're taking the best care of your people in all circumstances, whether they're bullying you for extra things, or whether it's flipped and now they're lucky to have a job. You guys saw the jobs numbers yesterday. I don't have to say a word. The jobs market has changed. AI has changed the game, right? And so, as if you're an employee, which typically not a ton of people that are employees don't watch the show, but if you are, I would say to look at yourself like a business, treat yourself like a business, and figure out how to add massive value to the company that you work for, because the labor market has shifted against you. Okay. 90% of your focus should be on sales. No, it shouldn't. 100% of your early days should be on falling in love with the outcome of your ideal customer. Next, it shifts and splits into a buy rail, into a rail side by side, that then you start shifting into building a business for your ideal target of who wants to buy your business for the top dollar that's in your business. Okay. Those are some of the myths. It's the moment when your business stops owning you and you start owning your future. Build right, exit smart, and play to win. That's the message for today. That's the message for today. I'll wrap it up by saying this. The most important person in today's discussion is the one looking you in the mirror. You've got to, in order to start the game to where you want to get with your business. Yes, there's lots of strategies. Yes, there's tariffs. Yes, there's AI. Yes, there's taxes and the economy and future wars and all. Yes, I get that. Your journey, your true north has to be you, your freedom number. It has to be a number that is anchored in every decision that you make. It has to be one that you're willing to literally go to the mat on, that you're willing to die for, that number that says freedom or nothing. Freedom or nothing. Now, at least you've got the right perspective, and then everything else shifts into the right slots to answer that question for you, to build towards that proper outcome, which the only reason you should be playing the game is freedom and choices, right? You have more and more choices, the better you get at business. And I love that. but ultimately is for those choices to eventually stack up to a place where you are in total, complete control of the price, timing, and terms of your exit. I hope you enjoyed today's show. We really enjoyed doing it. And I love being here every single Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you that follow me, I know some of you that I see that are watching. You're going to be in Austin. I'll be at DealCon in Austin at the Austin Proper Hotel Monday, this coming Monday, which is the 8th, 9th, and 10th. I'll be there in Austin for DealCon. And then we fly out for a good friend of ours, January's wedding. We'll be in Salt Lake City, and then back home, and then we go back to Austin again for another. And you can get all of this on jasoncisneros.com. But I would love to see you along the way, and then I'll be back in here. We got a big Texas September. We go Austin, home, Houston. And Houston's going to be the 1st through the 5th. That's going to be a great event. If you know anybody in the home services realm, there's going to be some great people on stage. I'll be keynoting, I believe, on day 1 of that event. So I'd love to see you in real life. And then I'll be at Wealth Mastery in Phoenix, in Arizona. I believe that's the day after my birthday. So October 23rd. Not sure that one's hit the website. We just finalized negotiations on that one. So I will be there October 23rd and 24th. And then we're back to North Carolina with FounderCon. Okay. That's our schedule right now. Thank you so much for all of you that are sharing these episodes. We're getting great feedback. I'm listening to what you all want to hear about. We're seeing a lot of success on your end, and we're seeing people get back to the basics, right? When the ocean goes out, Warren Buffett said this, when the tide goes out, you see who's been swimming naked, and you see a lot of people swimming naked. AI is a great tool, but it's not going to solve your problem of knowing how to run a business and building it to exit. We're seeing that. So people are coming back and they're going, okay, what's the fundamentals? And then how can I add AI in as a tool? I love seeing it. I love people that accept the responsibility for themselves and for their businesses to get back to basics. I see more and more people shying away. Like there's been the alcohol usage in this country has dropped to record lows. And I also see these fake ass gurus and the people that are spending money with them. They're getting more and more desperate and on their launches and all this. There's always going to be people who are desperate and uneducated buying stuff, but their usage is going down. They're all struggling. And I love to see it. Why? Because you're important. You're the business owner. You're the one that's risking. You're the one that's investing. And I want you to use every dollar at your disposal with an ROI attached to it. And when people accept that responsibility, they question where I put this dollar. Is it going to turn into 10, 20, or 100 for me and my family? Best questions you can possibly ask. Do your due diligence, invest wisely. And I'm seeing the results of that. All I want for us is to have a healthy, small and mid-sized business owner. It's important to all of us. It doesn't matter shape, creed, belief, religion, all that. A small business and a small and medium-sized environment is massively important to our freedom, to our First Amendment, to all of the things that we care about. So let's keep that healthy by you getting your freedom number up there and you executing on a day-to-day basis for you to be able to do that for you and your family. My entire team, all 30 plus of us here at Built to Exit, are here for you. If you have any questions, if you have any needs, if you want me to come and speak at one of your events, whatever it is, reach out on jasoncisneros.com or go straight to builttoexit.biz. And that's all spelled out, no numbers. Builttoexit.biz. Matter of fact, let's put it back up here. That's the website. So go there. Let us know if we can do anything to help you. Otherwise, watch, share, join us, follow all the stuff on the social media things, and I will see you again just as passionately next Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless your business. And God bless the United States of America. Peace.